So I did. I took my girlfriend to the doctor. She was very concerned. She's a very blonde girl, but she's usually quite intelligent. But this time she was kind of shocked. So, because the doctor says, you know what's wrong with you? And she goes, no, what? And the doctor says, well, you're pregnant. Congratulations. And my girlfriend looks at him and says, well, is it mine? Sorry.
It's pretty good.
Was it?
It was pretty good. I liked
Okay.
it. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's
I
an
give
old
you.
blonde joke that I kind of just
I
made
liked
personal.
it. Smile.
We try.
Do you think?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good
How are
evening.
you?
This
My shirt
January
says no
2nd.
bad vibes. So we
I
don't
hope
want
not.
no bad vibes.
Give me 1 second before you share, Joe.
1 second, 1001. Okay, too late. I'm done.
Why don't we confess about our mistakes yesterday? We had quite a few.
Oh, yeah. Don't we always? I am not a perfect person.
Yes, you are, damn it.
I will make mistakes,
No,
and
you're
I
wrong.
apologize in advance if I do.
Mm-mm. No, liar. No.
I will. I will.
No, so what
I will
happened
not lie to
was
you.
we did talk about I forgot the subject. It was about Costco.
Yeah,
And oh, how they're still DEI. And actually, you
yeah,
lost your train of thought, which we got to get
yeah.
back to that because that was kind of interesting.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
it was about them not giving up the DEI, which is
right.
exactly like what did I call it? Affirmative action. It's so much like it's just another affirmative action, just under a different guise, different
Right.
name.
Yeah. They were the only big company, big corporation that didn't want to give it up. They think it's they think it's important. It's
But we thought,
important to make
but
white people bad.
it's
That's
yeah,
no people are bad. That's you
yeah.
it doesn't matter. Some people are bad, some people are good. I met a lot of good people, man. I have.
But the
Uh,
whole point, I don't know where you're going off to there, Joe, but the whole
I don't
point
either.
was, oh, I know. All right, I changed it.
Changed.
Yeah.
Just changed. We are
It's
changed,
changed.
everybody.
But the whole point that it was the Home Depot man, the owner of the or
Hey,
the
Dwayne.
founder of the Home Depot was the one that passed away and that was
Right,
pro-Trump.
right,
It wasn't
right.
Costco. So we got that wrong.
Correct. That was probably my bad. Sleeping on the job. Sorry. So Joseph and Dwayne say, "What's up?"
I also said I think chemicals were in the bogs and swamps. I meant gases. There are gases.
There are gases.
I think chemicals are usually the ones that cause gases, whatever. And then I also said I said I didn't say Zaire correctly. I said it like I used to say it when I was a kid. I am terrible at geography, so I think I said Zaire. It's Zaire. I don't know why I do that. And if I didn't have to, I wanted to go back and make sure because we did make a few mistakes. And I
Mhm.
really hate mistakes because it's not about it's about learning. It's a learning experience and we're all doing it together. I hope. I hope we're trying to all do it together.
Don't make a mistake, Joe.
Ciao. It's your fault, Joe.
Everything's
Hey, Dwayne, Joseph. By the way, we're gonna have I know Joseph, you don't usually come on, but we're gonna have an open chat coming very soon. So,
yeah, those
Dwayne,
are fun.
yeah, they are fun. But we're doing it wrong. So we're gonna do it a little better. Like I'm going to actually put up a post about it and let everybody know when it's gonna be.
Okay.
And I also, in our group, I don't know how many people really, there must be about 100 or so, but the rest of them have no clue we're conspiracists. It's like, it's funny. And it's fine because we're pro-Trump too,
Right.
you know? Okay. And isn't it see, it's weird because XI, right? We kept talking about isn't it Chi? Isn't his name Chi? I really didn't
Yeah,
look it up, so if I'm
yeah.
wrong, but you see in the
P.
Greek,
Xi Jinping.
that X would be a
Yeah,
Z. It would
yeah.
be Xi. Xi.
But they say Xi Jing,
Pi,
right?
Xi, Pi. Huh?
They call him
G
Xi Jing, right?
Xi Jing.
Right.
Jing? Is it Jing?
I thought it was Xi Jing. That's how I heard the other announcers say his name on the news. So
Okay. Well,
I'm
then you listen
copying
to
them.
them.
I'm
I'm
copying
usually
them.
good with the names too,
I suck at it.
but that it
So,
just okay, so his name means a number twice in the Roman and in the Greek. It was either 14 or 16. I think I said 14 yesterday. I might have been right or wrong.
hmm.
And then pi is a
uh,
number. The circumference of the circle by its diameter
that was on the other side, right?
is represented by the Greek letter pi. And I know that from
Yeah,
fucking Doctor Who. You could go look it up. That was probably verbatim.
we did talk
Um,
about that last night.
yeah. But it's just so very strange.
The Greek and the
And
Roman are like different meanings.
oh, 100%. But yet
Mhm.
they, well, the Roman is the Romance language, right? So it's
Yeah.
like Italian and Spanish and it's Greek is
Romantic ones.
the other, oh, whatever. It's the other side of that kind of language. That's another, how did our languages, how are they so different on this small little blue planet? I'm, it doesn't make sense, people. Um, because the continents broke up for hundreds of thousands of years, we started speaking different languages and what? There had to have been some kind of influence first, right?
Hmm.
Somebody didn't wake up in Scotland and speak perfect English, but with the body
Well,
heavy,
what
dog, or
wasn't it
Japan,
something to do? Wasn't it something
Japan.
to do with that tower that they were building? You know, that one that story in the Bible where they were building that tower and they built it so tall and God got mad and made everybody have a different language.
I never heard
They were
that
building
before.
the tower to heaven. Am I right in saying that? Am I wrong, everybody?
Well, they would know.
Because that's
Joseph,
what's
you're
in
on
my
Zoom.
mind. So I don't know. You tell
I
me.
really don't know, but we will look that up. That sounds
Yeah,
interesting. What is it,
yeah,
biblical? What did you say it was?
yeah. It's in supposedly in the Bible. Yeah, that's how everybody got different languages because
And you
they
guys
were building
believe
that
this?
tower to God.
We're
And
like on the verge of realism here, and people still believe in. I mean, it's great to believe in God, and yes, there is, but we're all
Tower of Babel.
part of it.
Joseph says it's the Tower of
The
Babel. Thank
Tower
you,
of
Joseph.
Babel. They
That's what gave us the different languages because he God got mad at us, right? So
that's the
and incidentally, Joseph says he's now on Zoom,
on
so he'll
Zoom.
be
I
able to
know. I
come
was
up.
trying to say that, but you had an interesting subject there. The Tower of Babel, was that the one Hitler took apart piece by piece and had it sent to Germany? I believe so. I don't know why I know that, but I tend to remember things. I think it was the Tower of Babel. So we're going to delve a little deeper into that. Nimrod tried to shoot an arrow to heaven from Babel.
Nimrod. Oh,
Nimrod.
that's
That's
right.
funny. We call
Nimrod.
like a Nimrod like an idiot.
Yeah.
A Nimrod. He's a Nimrod,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because
Oh,
that's kind of stupid, isn't it?
well, who shoots an arrow to heaven? So he's a
Right.
Nimrod, I guess. All right. Did you share, Joe?
Uh, let's share.
Yeah, because now I want to see if it's different. Yes, it is different. See,
Yeah.
the biggest media fails of 2024. Oh, we know them already. Ben Shapiro. Oh God, I'd love to go over people that are mega that I don't like. One, like,
Oh, you're already in there. Sorry. Sorry, dude.
who's already in there?
Dwayne.
Well, excuse yourself, Dwayne. Other people have to use the room. What are you talking about? I don't.
I sent him the link.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know who's here. I'm sending it to you
how's
anyways.
Mavi? I wonder, she's doing good. And then
Hmm.
last week, I remember she lost her was it grandmother? Was it was it her grandmother she lost? She was very upset about that.
Hmm.
Oh my God, there's so many great memes about Kamala, but it's all over, guys. I don't want to look at it anymore. I don't want to look at that man's face.
Kamala Lala.
Yeah,
Kamala
that's a
Lala.
man. Guys, you have to realize these people are men. They've been tricking us for an
Men,
ice
men,
age.
men, 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 men.
All right, what do you got for us, Joe?
Uh,
I
Hey,
don't
you know
know.
what? There was a plane crash. I wanted to tell the news tonight, wait, because you and me were talking the other day, and it's just like so much different kinds of crap here. There's so much different news that's happening over there. It's happening here. It's happening over there. It's just everything all at one time, right? So there was a plane crash um, in Fullerton, California. There was one dead who was the pilot. There was 15 hurt. Nine were transported to the hospital, and six were treated and released on the scene. The plane crashed into a warehouse building that had sewing machines and textile stock, caused a four alarm fire, right?
Right.
That's on the West Coast.
What
Hmm?
what company was it
That it
that
doesn't
crashed?
say
What
it
plane?
didn't say what it
Was it like a small plane, a big
yeah, it was a
plane?
small
I
plane. It
mean,
was a small plane.
I hate
The
reporters.
pilot, it was
That
just one
story.
guy in the airplane, the pilot. He's the one that died. They didn't say why he crashed. It doesn't say how he came down. It doesn't say anything happened to the plane at all. They don't didn't even name the pilot. All they said was that he had crashed into a textile building that had sewing machines and textile stock. But they didn't even say who the company was of the building that it crashed into, only that it caused a four alarm fire. That's all it stated. So I
Yeah,
thought
she
that was
can.
kind of odd because on the other side of the country, I-85 was shut down in both directions because some trucker was claiming to have a bomb in his truck. It was in South Carolina. And he had traffic.
I-85 is in South
Yeah,
Carolina.
yeah, it goes north and south through South Carolina. I'm not sure if it's on the east side or the west side, but it's 95 would be on the east side. I guess so 85 would be more towards the middle or on
Yeah,
the
because
western
I
side.
don't remember ever taking 85 and I go to, North
Hmm.
Carolina right like 20 minutes in, 20
Yeah.
minutes in from, away from South Carolina. I've been there a lot. Can't think of 85, but sure my in-laws would.
After they shut down traffic for all day long, and for the investigation, he goes up and he says, "Oh, it was just a routine traffic stop." And after it was all said and done, "Oh, I was only joking." That still got you arrested.
Really joking.
Yeah. He said, I was only joking. You don't get to make that kind of a joke over the air and have the highway shut down because you said that. And you got to be careful what you say anymore, especially
People
because
are
of what's going
just
on right now.
people are just out of their skulls.
They
BC,
did arrest him.
yeah, well, good because he needs help.
Yeah.
Um, I hate to, I really believe I don't hate to say it, it's part of the awakening. Some don't know how to handle it. You know, there's so many people getting anxiety, changing their lives, regardless, it could be the good or for the bad. Um, there, the, you know, if you're not sleeping right, you're not thinking right, sometimes you're
Right.
not eating right, you're not healthy, the brain isn't working fully, the heart's not working fully. People are depressed. When you're depressed, you don't breathe correctly. The lungs are affected when you're depressed. Um, a lot of things happen. Your lungs, you could curl your neck when you're depressed, your back. These are all signs of it, not just what your body might go through. It's from emotions first.
Hmm.
That's why
Hmm.
many people die, like a husband and wife that's been together 50, 60 years. They die very shortly after the first one dies because they give themselves a heart attack because the lungs don't breathe in so well anymore. That's what depression does. Depresses your lungs. It's crazy, right? But it's true, my friends. All right. Oh my,
Sorry, Dwayne. And Patch is gone.
what?
Dwayne is asking where's Patch
Patch couldn't get over the fact that we didn't really believe in the flag. I never told him I,
in the flat Earth. Yeah,
but I didn't. I'm still. I and I
he just was.
now I'm
He's an
positive.
angry man,
Yeah,
very angry man.
yeah, for no reason. I don't want
Yeah.
to. I don't want to talk about him, but it did bother me that it's not a matter of pushing the information into people's heads. It's a matter of like I will say, like I think you're damn fool if you don't believe Poppy isn't Robin Williams. Like I will say that because I'm trying to get you to look at him and see what I see and millions of others
Yeah.
see.
Put his face next to Robin Williams, and you will say, "Oh my God,
It's Robin Williams older with the
there's
mustache.
just no way it's not."
And the man has a lot of hair. So the mustache makes sense. He always had nice, thick brown hair. He always had hair on his chest.
Hmm.
So it just makes sense that he could grow a nice, thick mustache.
Right.
Um, it's just certain things that are so obvious and
Crazy.
people are looking over them. So I'll say things to get you. Oh, I don't know. God, there's a lot of stuff though.
Yes, there is.
Um, let's see. What was next, Joe? So the airplane crash, we had and then the shutdown on
Hmm.
85. Yes, see, people are just going out of there.
Minds.
They're not handling it well because they're not awake at all. Even if you had, listen, you might even be 5% awake. Not you guys, Joseph, Dwayne, you guys definitely, Mama Helen, Reb, you all have a distinct understanding that something's terribly wrong.
Right.
You might not believe in the cabal, but you definitely believe in Epstein, right? You believe, you know a pedophile. That's all you need. That's all you need to have
Hmm.
some kind of awakening, right? Some kind
Right.
of like, shoom, right? And some people have no clue still. Like say you had a P. Diddy fan. What do you? My brother fucked up the ass. No, no,
Yeah.
no. You know, but you know what I mean? That's and they're the ones that are not clicking at all. And those are the ones that are going to be driving trucks into parades. That was weird, the one you said yesterday about the armored car in front of Trump's hotel.
Hmm. Yeah.
That
The
didn't you
Cybertruck.
Yeah, didn't you say it was cyber, meaning Tesla, right? Now, didn't you say he shot himself today? You told me.
Yeah, they said he had a self-inflicted wound with the gun that was at his feet. So I would ask this question. Can those Cybertrucks drive to their destination? Because they are all electric, and I know that there's some of those Teslas that can actually drive themselves to a destination. So could he have been shot first, and then the vehicle drove to the destination, and then it blew up as soon as it got there, 15 seconds after it parked?
Well, how did it blow
Somebody
up?
blew it up.
How
How'd
did
it
it
blow up?
blow up?
How did it blow up? Is a good question. They never said how it
Right,
blew up.
wouldn't you think though that the gun did it, Joe? Wouldn't you think that firing the gun set off the explosives? Listen, I don't know. I'm just
I don't know because
see. It would make sense if he had some way to, I wouldn't trust
I don't know.
something in beta, like a car, to go to exactly where I want it to go to after I'm dead. How do you know? I mean, how does he know it wouldn't have gone right into a nursery? These things they're beta tested. They're not like, do you know what I'm saying? They're not alpha. They're not,
They're not. They're not. They're out there and they're using them already. They're out there. Okay,
I, Joe,
whether
I
they're
know
having
that, but
problems
they've
or
already
not,
killed a
they're out
person or
there and they're
two
using them. I
also.
don't know. People use them. I mean,
Idiots. Idiots would use them. Like I said, I wouldn't even buy a PlayStation in beta. I will wait 6, 8 months, a year. I don't care. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be the first to get one. I mean, I've done that before, but it's only because I had friends that worked in high places, so I was able to
yeah.
get everything new. Otherwise, I'll wait a year. Even with these big TVs, people are stupid. They're like, oh, there's always a recall, like
Mhm.
90% of the time. It
Usually.
just doesn't make sense. I don't know. That whole thing, it still seems like fanfare to me. Do you understand? Like people are,
Mhm.
I don't know if these are actors.
Well, we'll see that they use that. The thing about it is that truck was an electric truck, correct? So the
I'm
guy
gonna
that hit the
guess.
people in Chicago was also driving an electric truck. They're both veterans. You know, I something sounds really weird. Why
Yeah, the
would
whole
they? And
thing, them
this
both
guy's
being
supposed to
veterans.
be, you know what? I wonder if this has anything to do. You know that argument they've been having about the H-1B visas? I
Yeah.
wonder if this actually has something in the background to do with. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it
They,
could,
all right,
because
so
I mean,
I
there's
don't
too
know much
much.
about it. I don't care much about it. Vivek said something, and then everybody went off the haywire
Yeah,
or something, right?
yeah, because
Laura Loomer.
they want to keep the
Oh,
H-1B.
darling, shut your
Yeah.
trap is what Trump is saying. See what Trump did. Um,
Hmm.
he told the cabinet to stop posting on social media. He didn't tell Vivek. He told his whole cabinet to stop, with your idea, because apparently the American society can't handle it.
Right.
We can't handle hearing somebody else's opinion. We get shut down or mocked or Laura Loomered. Listen,
Hmm.
lady, you're too young. You are too young and dumb. Okay? This woman at what, 30, 31, acts like I did when I was fucking 16 and in the same predicament, going into people's parties, asking them questions. You don't bother people when they're having a celebration.
Exactly.
She finds out the most nauseating news. Nothing. Oh my God, did you know DeSantis used to do the urine runs in the
Oh, jeez.
lady, do you not know what the vets do? Do you not understand what soldiers do? They all, what is it, take turns doing, they rotate.
Yes,
He did that for 3 months, then the next idiot had to do it.
that's right. Everybody has to
I
do
mean,
it.
it's like she finds out this news, but it's common fucking sense.
Yeah.
So she's interrupting people's lives, chaining herself to, I think, Facebook in New York for no fucking, nobody cares. That's something you did when you're 16, not 27. And Vivek and Elon, they're allowed to say what the fuck they want. It's a free fucking country, and MAGA should stick together.
Right.
All right.
Mhm.
We're allowed to have difference of opinions. How many people believe everything that I say about, especially the Bible?
Exactly. We're allowed to have
I'd love to
differences of
have that
opinion.
conversation with Laura Loomer, right? The Bible and the Torah.
Hmm.
And you got, I'm not making fun of religion, but come on. It's like, I- all right. I didn't mean to go off like that, but she needs to grow the fuck up and now. She could have been something, but she's so damn irresponsible. I'm
Yeah.
allowed to do that. I'm not a public figure. You need to zip it. Trump was telling you to zip it, Laura,
Yeah.
not the cabinet. Okay.
The H-1B visas are only bring the smart people in, actually.
It doesn't, it's so
That's
stupid,
what they
right?
say.
And it's a testament. It's
Hmm.
for merit. That isn't that
I've
exactly
done
what Trump
this.
said? We're going to
Right,
do this on merit.
right,
We want certain people in this country and we
right,
want to get rid of the
yeah,
fucking others. And I
right.
mean Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, H-1B visas are legal.
Oh, Jesus.
Just walking over the border is
I know people that
illegal.
like her too.
Okay. So all those people should go. And I wanted to say something about that. Why do we have to send those people back to their home country? Why can't we just push them back into Mexico and let Mexico deal with it? Because Mexico is the one that let them come through in the
What we
first
do
place.
is we put them somewhere close to the border and say, uh, you could go wherever you want, but you can't stay here. That's it. That's it. They get no due process. We are not paying American tax dollars to put illegals through due process. You people are not
Put them on a plane and
workers.
send them back. Why?
Are you
They
kidding
got
me?
here
This
on
is
their
not
own.
our concern. You will get them, we'll pay for them to get pushed
Mhm.
into like the corner, and then you either go that way because you can't come back.
That's right.
The
Bye.
nightclub is closed.
Yeah.
No business. There'll be no business after
Your
midnight.
money, your money, your money pocket has been cut.
You want to read the chat? It's looking interesting. I want to see.
Ooh,
It's looking
can't
interesting,
absorb
people.
nutrients when depressed. Dwayne says you can't
The
absorb.
nutrients are right. There's a bunch
And,
of things that happen. Very good. Yes,
and then he
nutrients.
said about the cyber trucks, he said they're autonomous. I know.
Right. I know, but they're also still, like I said, they're in beta. It means like they don't always do what they're supposed to do.
They do
Something
have some
else can
problems.
interrupt.
Yeah.
Huh?
They do have some problems.
Yes.
So he
I,
was the piss boy.
I
Who
just,
was
I
the
don't,
piss boy?
just seems fake.
Who
Who
was the
is the,
piss boy?
ooh, piss boy. Somebody was a piss boy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Joseph says the Nevada driver and New Orleans driver, they both served in the military. Yep, at the same time. Oh, at the same base at the
That's,
same time.
oh,
And in Afghanistan at the same time. But the media says there's no connection, no coincidence, and no connection.
right.
Yes.
There are
Yeah,
no coincidences.
there are no coincidences. You're right, dude.
That
No.
was another thing.
Thanks,
I was
Joseph.
actually going to say, look, if you had to get these high or some certain ranking people or disgusting
Mhm.
people out of the way, that might be a way to do it.
Yeah. Who
Like,
believes in the electric vehicles?
what is that?
Who believes in electric vehicles?
Doesn't matter.
Because well, yeah, because they said they put up on so they put up that the guy in the Cybertruck. Oh, he loved Trump. He was a Trump supporter. Yet he has a Cybertruck.
So that's why he went and blew up right in front of the building, in front of
Right.
Trump,
Right.
because he was a supporter.
Yeah.
Do people really believe this?
Yeah. They do. Isn't that stupid?
Who believes that? The Democrats? The
Yeah.
Democrats?
That's who believes it.
I shouldn't say Democrats.
Bing,
In this
bing,
show, we
bing,
shouldn't
bing,
say
bing, bing,
Democrats or
bing.
Republicans. But
No, we should say liberal.
I will say libtards because there are still 6, 7% of libtards in this country.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else knows that Trump is the way to go because not only is he going to shape this nation, but he's going to help all the others.
It's gonna shape up the world. Yeah.
Greenland, those people are oppressed. They're oppressed, and they have been for I don't know how long, maybe even a century. I don't know how. There's not much of a population. And where Iceland is actually warm, Greenland is frozen. And I believe he's going to grab onto Panama. I've said this because of um, contraband, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Drugs. And he's going to grab onto Greenland because the cold areas, this is my personal belief, have the materials we need underneath them. The Antarctic, the North Pole, Alaska.
What kind of materials are you thinking?
Well, I believe Mercury is going to be one of the biggest. I see, we were taught wrong. Mercury, if I could say that right, are it's very dangerous. It can be like you want to be careful with it because it can go up in flames, it can explode. But with the proper chemistry, alchemy, mercury can be safe and very, very long lasting. Imagine buying one light bulb for your porch, never ever having to change it. And that light bulb is connected to something else, that the back light bulb on your porch never has to be changed either, ever through your lifetime, probably through five people's lifetimes, because that's what this does. That's the kind of element it makes. Everlasting, reusable energy. And that's biblical, friends. That's Saint Christopher, I believe. I don't want to get into that. I don't think we had that as a discussion part, but
We should have things. We should have things that last instead of things that don't last, only last
that's
7
it.
years,
Well, isn't
because
that
it would not create so much trash.
isn't that what we used to say?
Yeah.
Things that were made in the 50s, 60s were so much better. I mean, my father had a vacuum from the 50s that still worked.
Yeah.
So what happened? Like, why now do you get one and it's gone within 6, 7 months? You got to change. It's so heavy. How are they still so heavy?
Right.
We could do shit like this in space.
Incidentally, did you see the curve of the Earth?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, people aren't going to believe that this is real, but
The
this is
scientists
real,
are all over
guys.
it.
Um, I told you that I wouldn't even doubt that this is partly Space Force.
Spacewalking.
And I've read some of the comments because I'm watching a nebula, I'm watching our Milky Way, I'm watching the Earth, and I'm watching live spacewalks.
Hmm.
I have all I love having tabs open. I am a tab girl. I don't know. So, oh, it's pausing though. But
Hmm.
man, if you don't feel it, if you don't feel like, wow, it's part of me, like even when on Mars, watching the rovers, I'm like looking at these beautiful rocks and stuff. I love geology, I can't help it. But it just feels like it's part of me. It's those materials are in me. Like I feel like it's something's, I don't know why they came up with this flat earth thing, but this I believe is all real. And there's arguments, oh, look at how fake it looks. Now listen to me, guys. I'm gonna be quite honest here. Even though it looks, I'm sorry, it's not, I don't know what it is with Zoom. Why do I pay for Zoom if it's not freaking working? But
I know it keeps
um,
freezing.
you see, they're like, oh, look at that perception. How is that possible? Well, the space station is barely the width of Florida away from us. In length, Florida is like 450 miles. In width, it's closer to 250. The space station is only 250 miles away from us, friends. So why would you? And like I said, it makes sense because I have been seeing it since I was a teenager.
Hmm.
And I've seen it get bigger and bigger. And there's no way, I mean, that a red light, it was some kind of red light blinking. Or
I
I
remember
could be,
that. Yeah, I remember
yes.
that. I remember that. Yeah.
So um, I think this is real. I wish it would work. Hi, Hawkeye. Good morning. Yeah, that was Uncle Mikey. Come on, you're not going walkies right now. Hawkeye says good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, maybe. I don't know. He just woke up. All right, this ain't working. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why it doesn't. Thanks,
It's
Sue.
not liking you tonight.
It has been doing that for, but I'm also getting very terrible signals,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure it's from the, Navy. Could be the Air Force or Cecil Air Force ain't too far. The Navy ain't too
Yeah.
far. So let's see what's everybody coincidence. DeSantis? Oh,
Hmm.
DeSantis is the piss boy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
DeSantis, yeah. Yeah, that urine sample. I mean, they all went. and rotate. How did people not know that? Not everybody knows the vets, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like. It's not like I like DeSantis. He made his. I thought it was part of the plan. I was wrong. DeSantis was one of the ones I was wrong at. He's definitely not the same person that I met.
I'm part of the swamp. He's part of the swamp.
Yeah. Well, he was a
Yeah.
Bush lover.
Yeah.
And then he's got those light blue eyes too. I'm not putting blue eyes down. I'm not putting the eyes down, but it is
I don't
coincidental.
have guys.
There's some kind of genetics with that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you because I the glassiness is different, like vacancy.
Hmm.
There's like some kind of vacancy there. Like if it wasn't right, if it wasn't programmed or told what to do, like Biden having a handler, then it would just be like do I wear a red dress or a blue dress or a green dress today? Like stupid shit.
Yeah.
Both trucks were rented from the same rental company, says
Yeah.
Joseph Rogers.
Right. That's part of the last comment. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very,
There's too much connection between them, you know.
yeah.
So
Okay. You want the cover?
it's like it's like it was. Oh, and then they said that um there was along with one, I think it was in the New Orleans attack, there was other people had put pipe bombs. Was that true? Hmm.
I
That's and so it seems to me that it was supposed to be some kind of a concerted attack that kind of went awry. It didn't quite go. I mean, it was supposed to be exactly at the same time, maybe, and it just didn't go off the way they planned. Certainly not with the Cybertruck
don't
exploding in
know
front
enough.
of the Trump Tower. And I think that was a symbolic. They did that because they were displeased with Elon Musk teaming up with Trump.
Uh,
That's
I
the
just,
only thing that I can think of.
you know what it is? I don't like to make assumptions I mean, I'll make a theory, but
Yeah,
this is
okay.
just
That's my
too.
theory. It's
Okay, so we had two people go on fire in New York. Now we had two of these terrible accidents from I didn't,
mhm. Something seems wrong.
very off, very off.
Who's doing this?
That
And,
is the question.
and the guy, I mean, it's just I question that Cybertruck one because who if he shoots himself, who makes the thing blow up?
That's what I'm saying. Now, either it was a controlled detonation, which what I would like to know what department he worked in as and the other guy you said had a family and was in
Yeah,
divorced
yeah, he had been just recently divorced.
divorced.
It was he was failing at his job. He was
Yeah,
behind it.
what
In it.
job? Do you know what job? What
It
companies?
was
You
in
said
real
he had
estate. It was real estate. He sold real estate. He had two different real estate companies. So he was trying to sell real estate. But you know what? It takes a bit before you can sell real estate. So
it does.
you
You
have
have
to have
to
another job at the same time while you're selling real estate until you
most of
get
the
good.
time real estate agents have a couple of jobs, yeah.
Yep. Hmm. Until they get good at it. Once they get good at it and they start selling these big houses, they get return customers. It's what it takes, man.
Now, I was talk I was talking about the eyes just a minute ago.
Hmm.
I I don't know why this kind of jugged my memory, but do you remember the Times girl? She was on the cover of the magazine, Times magazine, and she was dark skinned from wherever, India, I don't know. And she
Hmm.
had the brightest blue eyes, which is it's usually, very, it's not, you don't remember her? She was a big deal. this girl that needed help and she was an orphan or something and she had these bright, bright eyes. Oh, I'm sure if you looked her up, she'll come right up.
I don't remember her.
I'm just because then she went missing or something. And I just found that out like a few years ago that the girl went missing and they couldn't find her and then they found her again. The thing is, what if she was one of them? Like I said, there's something with those eyes. Believe me, people have beautiful eyes. I'm not saying it's everybody, but I mean, right at this day and age, if I wanted to go and lighten my eyes, they do that. They have figured out how to take the pigment out of your eyes. That is crazy. But then they
Why would you
already
want to
knew
do that?
genetics. You could have a blonde hair, blue-eyed child if you wanted. And I had girlfriends tell me that. I was like 10, 11 years old, and this girl was a little older than me. I remember Susan. I even remember her. She's like, one of those women. Well, my children are going to have blonde hair and blue eyes. And I'm looking at her like, how do you know? I mean, she was blonde hair. But I was like, how do you know? And she goes, well, it's genetics. I'm going to have them do it. I'm like, holy shit, lady. Even at 10 years old, I'm like, that just doesn't sound healthy. There's something wrong with that. Jesus, people are stupid. How about let nature take its course and just pray that it has five, fingers on each hand and five toes on each foot. She was from Afghanistan. Thank you. See, I knew it. Joseph remembers. Yeah. It's an unforgettable. She was a dark-skinned girl.
Mhm.
That skin color wasn't natural either. It just didn't seem natural. And I've seen it before. And I don't want to say where, but it's funny. And oh, I meant to say no connection instead of coincidence, says Joseph. Yeah, no, that's okay. Both trucks were rented from the same rental. I meant to say no connection, right? Okay. Let's see. What else, Joe? What do you got? Was there one other thing?
Yes, I did have one other thing for you. Let's see if it comes up. Yes. Ooh.
What?
So, and in while all that stuff is going on, there was a there was a team going from New Mexico, our basketball team, our college team, flying from here to California, to Palm Springs, California. And there was a guy, two students on there that they had been hurt, so they were kind of sitting out the year. And there was another guy who was a starter, and he started causing problems. And he attacked the players and ended up punching one guy in the face. So the one guy's name was Shane Dama Sanchez, and another student that they called John Doe. They sidelined him for injuries for the season, right? So on the plane, the team went, there's some kind of fight he became upset about the seating arrangements, and he targeted those two guys that were defenseless because they were hurt. So he was arrested, right? But I just thought it was odd that this guy he's just comes from no out of nowhere. Becomes a star. They fly out to California. He starts a fight on the plane, and the coaches just let him. They don't do anything about it. They just let him. They just let this guy beat up on these other two guys that were that were already hurt. One guy had a hurt shoulder, and the other guy, was had a some kind of hurt. He didn't say what John Doe had, but the guy was punching him in the face, in the eye, and then punched him in the shoulder,
What
literally beating up on him on the plane.
what
Nobody
kind
did.
of plane was this?
I, it doesn't. It's just
Because if this was a regular jet plane, the stewardesses would never have allowed that. They would have had the captain out for
and
something.
nobody
They
did
don't fuck
nothing.
around. You gotta understand,
They didn't do
captains
anything because
are
it was all about winning the game. That's all it was about. It doesn't say
A
what
game.
plane. It
That's
doesn't say
exactly it.
what
It's a
plane.
game. I like
They
to win
had to
spades,
win the
people, but
game.
it's a game.
Yep. They had to win the game, man. They had to win that game. So they let that guy beat up on everybody until they got there, right? And the game was over with, and then they reported it. So all kinds of weird shit is happening all
This is
over the
beyond,
country.
yeah,
It's weird.
welcome to the awakening.
Yeah, wake
I'm
up.
sorry, I don't think it's
Up.
weirder anymore. I can't see anything weird. Everything is it's already
Yep.
crazy to begin with, so what am I gonna do?
Di- Different things all over the place, just like we were talking about the other night, which is kind of like chaos, isn't it? Chaos has ensued in our country because I believe because of the open borders. And that's how I feel.
Well, you see, that's what I would imagine that's what Trump is blaming it on and everybody else. But you see, that's not it. It's just it can't be. We've had open borders forever.
We have,
It's just
but they
not, it's
had,
just more
but they
noticeable
always
now
had
because everybody's making it more
but
noticeable
they
now.
had
The
the
good people.
officers. They had the officers that would stop most of it. They would also had the officers that would float around the cities, looking for the illegals. You know, they used to call them La Migra.
Yeah. It
Uh-huh.
still seems like but those people weren't illegal. Even the two drivers were both vets, Joe. So why would you blame that on illegals?
I did blame that on the illegals.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, one of the two stories you told tonight, nothing has to do with them being
Yeah, well,
immigrants.
and there you go. There's that too.
I'm
Right.
telling you, there's
You're
something.
right.
It's because you know what I believe.
No,
What do
you're
I
right.
believe, Joe?
That is broken. They're broken. It's dead. It's over. And these are just cleanups.
Do you know one of the rovers, I think it was
I don't know.
um uh preserve what was his name again?
Perseverance. Perseverance.
Perseverance, yeah. Um it has like a little plaque. It's probably like the size of my thumb.
Hmm.
A little plaque like that. And on that little plaque on the rover Perseverance, it has 11 million names. Probably people involved with getting the robot up there. And then
Operating it.
maybe
Yeah.
people in our history, Lincoln,
Hmm.
Trump might be, I don't know. 11 million names on the size of my thumb. That's our technology, folks.
Hmm.
They're like, it's a micro, not even a micron. And what it is like, what technology out there that is, do others have that can read it? It's just, I don't know. I just don't, things do not seem, it doesn't seem, nothing seems right. Nothing seems right. I don't know how else to explain it, Joe. How do we have that stuff and then we have people driving up to Trump's building and blowing up a car? How do we have stuff? I understand studying Mars is important, but how do we not have protection of our country? But
Yeah.
3 months ago, 10 months ago, whatever it was, we sent out another rover. Priorities. It doesn't seem to make sense, does it? How are we? Do you understand? We're still going through space travel. I just showed you astronauts working in space, but yet we're having these little tiny difficulties down here. How does that make sense? How does it make sense that the big shit is still continuing, but we still have open borders, say?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's a movie. It's a
Something's wrong.
movie.
Things are not as they seem.
That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. I wonder if any of you belong to X. Twitter? Because
I
I have
don't.
this saying now that only twits belong to Twitter.
I don't.
You got to be a fucking twit to belong to Twitter. I understand people that have a big name and they want to do, but I can't stand most of these people anymore. Um, Benny Johnson, I haven't even seen him. He regurgitates shit. You're a regurgitator, Benny. And all you want is money and popularity, and you're like a cartoon character to me. I'm sorry. You're not down to earth. I'll never forget the first time I watched him, or maybe the second time I watched him live. He goes, I want it now. And I think that's when um, MTG said her name was Lakin at Biden's speech. And I'm watching Benny live, and I was just disgusted by that. I'm like, fuck you. Is that really what's important to you? I want it first. I want it now. Really? Because I
I'm,
couldn't be a good conspiracist if I didn't say other people did all that research. Everybody does their fucking share.
yes, they do.
It's the way you take it and you regurgitate it is what counts. These opinions, they should just stay as opinions, not even. I hate to say it because I'm a theorist, I'm a conspiracy theorist. So everything that comes out of my mouth is supposedly a theory.
Hi, Susan.
Oh, Susan, you're on. And we're just about to end it. But we are going to have an open Zoom. What do you think, Joe?
Yes, we should. I like.
When, Joseph?
I've got to go talk to my boss. I'll talk to him tomorrow to figure out when I'm going to get that 3-day weekend. We'll do it on that day. How's that? It should be coming like next week or so. Fuck yeah.
All right. So
They
at
owe
that
it to
point,
me.
we'll do an open Zoom and whatever you
Bring
guys want to
everybody in.
talk about, we can
Mhm.
discuss it beforehand if you have an interest that we might not bring up. Most of the time, I just know the shit anyhow. I mean, but even if it's not conspiracy politics or whatever, we're pretty aware of what's going on. Joe, 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 Joe,
What?
Joe, do we, Joe, do we know
I
what's
see
going
something?
on, Joe?
Yeah, we did.
Do we?
Yes, we did.
Sometimes I'm
We do a
confused.
lot of research. A lot of research.
Yeah, yeah.
We do.
But it's all handed to us. It's handed on a silver
Mhm.
platter at this moment, guys. You just have to pick it up. And
That's right.
this is a forum. This is a meeting place for people who have done their own, even if it's not conspiracies, even if that's what Joe does, the regular news. I don't care if you have an opinion about it. We want to hear it,
Sure, why
especially if
not?
it's different from ours or similar. It doesn't matter. Man, we want to hear your voice.
Sure, why not?
And
It's cool.
Susan, I hope you come. Joseph, I'm glad you're on Zoom. Mwah, I love you for that. Dwayne, you know how to get on. Um, there's Mama Helen. I want Brother Reb. I mean, there's so many of us.
Yeah,
It's a matter, but I will, now that I'm home, it's going to be a little easier.
yeah.
And that will be great. We'll try to give him a week's notice. Unless you just want to do it this weekend, Sunday.
You can do it this weekend on Sunday if you want. Why
I know
not?
sometimes Sunday is a hard day for people, but
Sunday,
it would be
maybe.
like 2 o'clock your time, 4 o'clock ours.
Yeah,
Because it would be a late, it will probably do a long one with an intermission if we do that.
could
Guys,
do that.
keep it in mind. We'll try to do it. That would be 4 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Mountain time on Sunday, which is what? Is that Little Christmas?
Hmm, I don't know.
Oh, it's the third already. Oh, right, because it's after 12. Okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, I think that sounds good. All right, you done, Joe? Anything?
Yes, ma'am.
No more?
We covered them all.
You were saying
All
I
the ones I
couldn't
wrote
remember
down.
how to say no in Ukrainian. You would think because "niet," I was saying "niet," which is
Hmm.
Russian. You said no is the most known word in the world.
Hmm.
No in sign language. I know that no, or no, right? And then
Hmm.
it came to me. My father said it in my ear. I swear it was nu. We'd say
Hmm.
nu. He'd say
Hmm.
nu.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you kind of "niet." No, yeah.
Almost no.
Yeah, it's very, very similar. He's right. Yeah. You could almost tell, right? How do you say how do you say it in Spanish? No.
No,
No.
no.
Nada. Nothing.
Nava is nothing.
Love you guys. You done? I'm
Thank
done.
you guys. Peace out.
You have any
See you next
jokes?
time.
You have any jokes for how
I don't.
about we just love Trump? Love
I
Trump.
didn't look up any jokes.
Go get Trump. Yes, you did. I just didn't get a chance to look through them. Love you guys.
I
We'll
didn't.
see you soon. We'll be on tomorrow, day after, for sure.
Sounds good.
We always are. We try.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Peace out.